Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aiman Nazim bin Aziz from the course of Environmental Technology, UiTM Shah Alam, and today I will be presenting my final year project. The title of my final year project is Assessing Thermal Comfort at Perpustakaan Tunku Abdul Razak II, UiTM Shah Alam. First of all, what is thermal comfort? Thermal comfort can be described as the subjective experience of feeling comfortable or uncomfortable in relation to the thermal environment. Determining thermal comfort involves both objective measurement and subjective measurement. What motivated me to do this research? A library is a sacred place where people go to find knowledge. Hence, it is very crucial that the library is thermally comfortable so that people will not find any difficulties. Relating to the problem, the objective of my research was to determine the environmental parameters of thermal comfort at PETA-2, to calculate the thermal comfort of PETA-2 using the objective and subjective parameters, and also to correlate the thermal sensation vote and the predicted mean vote. A few pieces of information that I obtained after literature review is that thermal comfort can be defined as a person's knowledge of their own body, thermal environment, and as their sweat-free neutral response to a particular thermal environment. Furthermore, the thermal impacts produced by temperature, humidity, radiation, and air velocity must be considered simultaneously with human responses. This research used both quantitative and qualitative methods. For the quantitative method, I used the Ohm data microclimate device, while for the qualitative method, I handed out questionnaire which follow ISO 28802. The instrument that I had used is the Ohm Delta microclimate device. It has 3 probes: the omnidirectional hot wire probe to evaluate the air velocity, globe temperature probe to evaluate air temperature, and dry bulb temperature probe to determine the air humidity. The area that had been assessed in this research is floor 3, floor 1, and the 24-hour reading room of PETA-2, which were labeled as Site A, Site B, and Site C respectively. In Figure 3, the mean and standard deviation of the environmental factors for the 3 sites that had been evaluated is recorded. In Figure 4, the average of the environmental factors, which are air temperature, relative humidity, air movement, and radiant temperature for the 3 sites are recorded. While in Figure 5, we can see that most participants in all areas considered their respective area as cool. Looking at Figure 6, it can be concluded that the majority considered their respective area as thermally acceptable. In Figure 7, most respondents at Site A and C preferred that there is no changes in the air temperature, while the majority respondents at Site B preferred that the air temperature is much cooler. As for the air movement, we can see in Figure 8 that the majority respondents at Site A and Site C also preferred that there is no changes, while most respondents at Site B preferred the air movement are slightly stronger. In Figure 9, we can conclude that respondents in Site B preferred that the humidity is slightly damper, while most respondents at Site A and Site C preferred that there are no changes. Looking at Figure 10, we can see a scatter plot graph of PNV against TSV, which shows the value of R squared, which is 1. From that, we can conclude that the variables in the graph have a perfect relationship. After the research is completed, I had successfully evaluated the environmental parameters of thermal comfort in PETA-2, determined the thermal comfort of PETA-2 by using the objective and subjective method, and correlate the relationship between PMV and TSV. There is a few things that I would like to recommend. Firstly, further research on thermal comfort at PETA-2 is needed so that it can be improved. Secondly, it is highly suggested that the ventilation at PETA-2 is improvised so that the thermal comfort may improve. Lastly, the library management needs to monitor and control the temperature to be suitable with the seasons and weather. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.